Unayalam ke parti BJP Anil Antoni babat ke musted prabhari lawan sekenega nomba Islamat pensyai ya ke bahasit bakerpang hayung darbar ba jonggari India ke parlimen ke belatip kum ke Women's Reservation Bill ya ke ba amsyam lala ban pas hapo hayung darbar na kadau ke pyrshah ke Kongres ke TMC ke DMK berka Samajwadi Parti kim syam la kersyan ya ke nega bill kum ta amsyam lala ban pedang ya ka hapo parlimen haba keren hiklat thai kubor ha office rekam jong ke BJP Anil Loong ba kari kala sakhi ya ke ek bajia ha ka khan riu khan nyeu bar khat pratrik mataw banai ya yong ara jara pon riu ya ka ba lakhot ya ke jing shong dorbar ka bakarpang ke parlimen ha ka ne ke jing shong dorbar ka bakarpang lawan ra ya lightly ki bill ka constitution ka basispa alai huai amendment bill ka delimitation bill bar ka union territory laws amendment yang ini bill lawan ra apa yang dorbar daw menteri rang badu jongkar India Narendra Modi ka jung thubon sala ban pedang hapo ging dorbar ya ka women reservation bill ha ka ba don palat 100% na ki nong sno jongkar India ki de kynthei ba kinyo ya ka bhah ka bade hok ka jongki ha ka synshar paidbah ndrei ha kine ki arsni jong ka jing shong dorbar ka kunhun India Alliance ka belalam da ka sang Congress ka Samajwadi Parti ka TMC bag DMK kim syam la kersyan ya ka ne ka bill bar ka bill ka belawan ra daw menteri rang badu jongkar India da ka jing ban pli galat ya kynthei syam lala ban penulong kum gane jingjia kam dei ga sing banakong ya kana ka bil lawan ra an kong house nem kha khandai spak na phanru ha ka sarkar jongu HD de bagauda ka ba ka Congress ka ai ga jing krisyan na shabar ya ka sarkar kam syam la krisyan ya kana ka bil house nem 8000 lai ka sarkar Atal Bihari Vajpayee ka lawan ra ya kana ka bil namar badon kam laisha ka jing krisyan hapo artli king dorbar ba parliament ka Congress kam syam la krisyan ya kana ka bil house nem 8000 sipau ka sarkar UPA ka layalam da ka sang Congress kelawan ra ya kene ke bil hapo Raja Sabha hak ba ke BJP ke ai ke jingkersyan ya kene ke bil hande ke Congress hak to por kamsel nomban ra pa ya ka hapo Lok Sabha wala ke shangkunor ke UPA ke de ke kynthei ke Sonia Gandhi hande kamsel lawan ra ya kene ke bil hapo Lok Sabha hadin ke snem 8000 arpulai ke sarkar NDA ke layo ke jimbut pai kala pas kene ke bil hak ba ke Congress kamdal tishu dak moi pat ke kersyan ya ka hande namar ba kene ke bil ke don ke jing dei ba ke jing pia constituency thmai ba ke jing tho khana samari hak badang yaj menta kalawan ra ya gane ga bil nang bo onla ban penrekam house nem arjar phokndai andai ha gane ga kanti ga bomta ka Indian Alliance ka balalam khmat ka Congress kim kersyan ban pentikna ba gane ga bil kanomla ban priang hapo parliament.
I'm here to discuss on some very important issues that the whole country had seen in the previous week. On the 16th, 17th, and 18th, a special session of the Parliament was convened, and during the special session, three bills were moved by the Union government. One was the Constitution 131st Amendment Bill, the second was the Delimitation Bill, and the third was the Union Territories Laws Amendment Bill. All the three laws were moved by the Union government led by a Prime Minister with a historic motive to ensure that the women of the country, who constitute more than 50% of our population, gets equality and fairness in our democratic processes. However, unfortunately, in the 2 days where the session took place, the India Alliance members, the Congress Party, the Samajwadi Party, the TMC, the DMK, they all unfortunately sabotaged the bill. And finally, the bill that was moved by our Honorable Prime Minister with the sole intention to ensure justice and fairness and democratic participation for our women, it fell through. This is not the first time these kind of activities have happened, which was led by the Congress Party. There was a track record, a very clear track record of similar happenings in the past also. In 1996, it was the first time where then the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Devagowdaji's government, where the Women's Reservation Bill was bought by the government for the first time. At that point of time also, the Congress Party that was giving them outside support did not support it and the bill got sabotaged. Between 1998 and 2003, when the Honorable Prime Minister of India was Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, four times the Women's Reservation Bill was moved by the then NDA government. The bill requires two-third majority in both the houses. And the Congress party again during that time also ensured that the bill did not go through in the parliament. In 2010, it was the time of the UPA government, and during that time, the Bharatiya Janata Party, as a responsible opposition party, ensured that when the Congress party moved the bill in the Rajya Sabha, the party wholeheartedly supported that bill. But yet, because of electoral compulsions, the UPA government did not move the bill in the Lok Sabha, despite the chairperson of the Congress party and the UPA being a woman, Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. The bill was not even moved in the Lok Sabha, and finally it did not pass again. In 2023, the Narendra Modi ji government passed the Women's Reservation Bill, and since in 2023 the NDA government had a very clear majority, the Congress had no other option but to support it, a pro forma endorsement when obstruction was no longer possible. However, according to the bill that was passed in 2023, it was linked to the delimitation process and the census of the currently ongoing census, which will only be over by 2027. And in the version that was passed in 2027, with that version, it would have been possible only to introduce the Women's Reservation Bill and make it applicable by 2034. So this parliament session was called by the by the NDA government to ensure that it is delinked from the delimitation process, and that in 2029 itself the bill can become a reality. However, once again, when it was moved in the parliament, the Congress party and the India Alliance members, they created a lot of false narration and ensured that the bill does not go through. The Honorable Home Minister of India, while answering many of the questions of the opposition, had very clearly mentioned that he and the government is willing to have an amendment of the bill that was moved in the parliament, where no state will lose any existing seats, and every state a 50% increase in state will be done in a equitable manner, so that finally in the newly composed house also the current composition of the parliament will be absolutely maintained. Every state in India, including the state of Meghalaya, would have seen an increase in Lok Sabha seat. Currently, Meghalaya have two Lok Sabha MPs. It would have become three, and it would have ensured that at least one out of three MPs in the state of Meghalaya also would always have been a woman. Such a opportunity unfortunately did not happen because of the negative politics of the Congress party and the India Alliance. The delimitation is a constitutional obligation that has been postponed for a long time, that has led to the serious imbalance in our representation. The current parliament at this moment, there are 545 seats, and the seats and the boundaries have been decided based on the last census that happened in the census that happened in 1971, when India's population was only 54 crore. Now India's population is 140 crore, and the current amendments on the bill that was brought in by the NDA government would have ensured that the current parliamentary realities would be, it will be proportionate to the existing realities in the country, and that our women, who are 50% of our population, would have got equitable democratic participation. However, the opposition has very clearly, they have tried to mislead the public. They have sabotaged one of the most important bills that have been brought into the parliament by any government, this time by the NDA governments, because the Congress and its allies fear that a woman receive their historic rights under the leadership of a prime minister, then remaining political ground they have will also slip away. And this is not surprising because this is the same Congress party, the same India Alliance members that in 1980s they had denied justice to a woman, Shabano, and had then stood with some of the radicals of the Muslim community. And it is the same Congress party and the India Alliance, which even 3 years back, when the Narendra Modi government, when we abolished triple talaq, was again standing with a lot of reactionary forces. However, one thing which the Bharatiya Janata Party will absolutely ensure the population of India, the public of India, is that the Modi government will firmly fight this anti-woman forces in the opposition, the Congress Party and the India Alliance members, for the rights of women, so that half the population of the country receives the place it rightfully deserves. The time has come for our women to respond through the power of their vote and push these arrogant and anti-woman parties to the margins of politics forever. The Bharatiya Janata Party strongly condemns the shameful, the undemocratic and anti-woman conduct of the opposition alliance, which we all witnessed in the parliament on the 16th and 17th of April.